Hello YouTube, it's Immobilize10 here with an online deck profile of my Hieroglyphs. Now, this deck is about 90% complete. There's still about maybe 6 cards I need to get for the Heretics before I might do a life deck profile. But I figured, you might want to see it just in case. So here it is, and I hope you guys enjoy. As you can see, there have been quite a few changes, major changes in fact, to this deck. And after this video will be my Blue Eyes Heretic version, and I hope you guys enjoy that as well. So anyway, without further ado, let's begin the deck review. Okay, first off I'm going to start off with 2 Heretic Seal of the Sun Dragon Overlord, a level 8 normal monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. I was running 3, but I've cut down to 2 because I would dead draw into the third one sometimes, and I think 2 is more than adequate, and 2 is all you need in order to get into Overlord of Heliopolis. Then we have the basic Heretic engine of 3 Dragon of Su, 3 Dragon of Tifnu, 3 Dragon of Nethbet, and 3 Dragon of Esset. Su, who is the god of war, has the ability to tribute other heretics to destroy a spell trap card the opponent controls. Tifnu is basically the cyber dragon of the deck. Nethbet has the effect of Su, but instead she targets opponent's monsters. And Esset has the ability to pick a normal monster on my side of the field, and all face-up heretic monsters become the same level as that. So in other words, she's like the main card used to XYZ. So if this and say any of the normal monsters, the heretics, the luster dragons or anything are on the field, then she can copy their effect, their level basically, and make it easier to XYZ. Or even if I needed to synchro with a level or something, then I can do that with her. And FYI, Esset's my favourite goddess because she's based on the Egyptian mother goddess Isis, which is pretty awesome. Next, I also have 2 Heretic Dragon of Geb, and now some people say he's actually not very good, but I disagree. When it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the grave, you can special summon a dragon type normal monster from the hand deck or graveyard, so pretty good in getting back something. Even my level 4, and I can overlay the level 4 Geb with a level 4 monster, or synchro with the level 4 I need to with a Galaxy Serpent to get into something to prevent it from getting run over the next turn or so. But I think people underestimate this card. I think it's a pretty good backbone, and it's pretty much the only level 4 besides Newt that you can actually play in this deck. Next we have 1 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, because it does make it easier since most of the dragons that are in this deck are high level. 1 Honest, because 90% of the deck is light type. 1 Luster Dragon, number 2, 1 Luster Dragon, for my level 6 for XYZians and my level 4 XYZs. Some people might say Alexandrite and Tilly Dragon are better because they're light type. Yes, I do understand that. However, I wanted to keep with the theme of the Hieroglyph decks. Now, a little bit of lore for you. In ancient Egyptian mythology and everyday life and everything, blue and green were seen as the symbols of life. Of course, blue was sometimes used for mourning purposes and death and everything, but mostly blues and greens in Egyptian art and culture and that were mainly used as symbols of life. They represented life because of the colour of the water, the valley, how it was so fertile with the lush plants and everything. And that's why I'm kind of keeping with the theme of Egypt, and I just generally prefer the look of the gem dragons, the luster dragon and number 2. In Japan this is called Sapphire Dragon, and this one's called Emerald Dragon, I think, which is better names. They're both really cool, and if I need to normal summon them or something, then it's 19 attack and 24 attack as well. Then we've got the only tuner of the deck, which is Galaxy Serpent. Level 2 tuner, I can sync in with my level 5s into a level 7 if I need to, or sync with my level 6s to go to a level 8, or even with my level 4s if I need to. It's just there just in case I need to synchro and get out of a situation, or just have a beat stick on the field basically, but pretty cool. Next we have 3 Heretic Seal of Convocation, which adds a heretic monster from the deck to the hand. We have 1 Dragon's Mirror because it's all dragons. Then we have 3 Forbidden Lance to protect the heretic dragons. They are quite vulnerable to back row. I'm not running MST just because, well, I couldn't really find any room, and Forbidden Lance is better overall because it means they're unaffected by all other spell and trap cards that are out on the field, whereas MST can only get rid of 1 back row at a time. And then we have staples of Dark Hole and Book of Moon. Then we have something which has been quite popular recently, and I've actually decided to incorporate it into this deck as well, which is the Magic Planter build with my trap cards. Since I'm running 3 Hieratic Seal from the Ashes, I'm actually kind of glad I got these way before they shot up in price. I mean, these used to be £5 and they've gone up to like £30–40 now apparently, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, Magic Planter sends a continuous trap card you control to a graveyard, draw 2 cards. With Fiendish Chain and Call of the Haunted, I don't really need to explain them. I mean, Call of the Haunted revives any monsters I need. Fiendish Chain is basically the effect veiler in trap form. And the Hieratic Seal from the Ashes is a Foolish Burial during the opponent's turn, a return from the different dimension during my turn, and it becomes a Call of the Haunted when it's sent from the field to the graveyard when it's face up. So a Magic Planter with a Hieratic Seal means you get to revive any of your Hieratics that you need to revive, and you know, being able to send Hieratics to the graveyard to be fodder for Dragon's Mirror or anything like that. And of course, if you use Dragon's Mirror, most of these cards are banished, then Hieratic Seals can get back a couple of those in your graveyard. That way you can keep using effects and reviving them with Red Eyes, Darkness Metal Dragon, Call of the Haunted, etc, etc. So that is the main deck there. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. Sorry about that. Then for the extra deck we have 1 5-headed dragon, 1 Iron Chain Dragon. It's probably the only good level 6 dragon type monster that's out there at the moment, to be honest. 1 Black Rose Dragon, just in case I need to blow up the field. 1 Stardust Dragon, of course, for protection purposes. 1 Daigusto Emerald. This will probably be the hardest card to get because it is very good and very expensive. I mean, being able to reshuffle any of my monsters that I need to put back in the deck for reuse and drawing a card or targeting a non-effect monster in the graveyard and summoning it, probably good. 1 Queen Dragoon Djinn. Even though a lot of the Hieratics wouldn't get their effects, even just reviving Overlord for any reason or other Hieratics to tribute off, it's a good thing. Then we've got Double Utopia, just in case, you know, I run into problems with being attacked and everything. Then we have the main aim of the deck, which is the Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord Heliopolis, which blows up a lot of stuff basically. And then we have 3 Hieratic King of Watum, which special summons dragons from the deck to the graveyard, making it easier to XYZ or synchro or just do a massive amount of damage basically. Anyway guys, that's it for the Hieratic Dragons. I hope you enjoyed this deck review. As I said, by the time I do a real life one, the may have changed slightly, but I don't know yet. But I felt like it wasn't fair to leave this deck out till last, so it's up for you guys' enjoyment. Hope you enjoy. If you've got any suggestions or ideas that could improve the deck or make it better, of course just post them down below. Till then, take care and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye!